you?
I'm awesome. I'm feeling great on this fine Sunday. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining us here at Lyrical Lemonade. It's such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. I love Lyrical Lemonade, and yes, y'all like family.
You literally just came off of our Summer Smash stage. How was that?
Yes.
How was it like performing today?
Oh my God, it was so fun. Like, I miss Chicago. Like, the last time I came, y'all showed me so much love. So I was excited to come back and, of course, bring my girl out. So I was really happy to do that.
So we just wanted to take some time to just really, get to know you. Flo Milli, you've been buzzing, you've been creating so much noise for yourself. So
Yes.
I just wanted to take the time to really just understand who is Flo Milli. Talk to me about who she is and how did you become this person that you are today?
Flo Milli is a vessel to a lot of young women. Um, I don't want to put like a label on the women that I feel like I touch, but like I feel like um, Flo Milli was birthed really for me to like express myself and how I feel and just speak about my experiences in life. And I feel like that just transformed into like a lot of girls being able to relate to the energy that I put out. And then I realized like what my purpose is, and it's to make music to make girls feel confident and touch them and like help them to like let go, be themselves, be who they were meant to be, and express that unapologetically.
I think what I love the most about you is in an industry where there's a lot of female artists coming out, your sound is so distinct. You don't hear anyone that sounds like Flo Milli.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to create the sound that you have right now?
Um, I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I've been rapping since I was like 10 years old. So I feel like over the time, I kind of just, of course, coming up, listening to like different artists like Nicki Minaj and having so much of varieties. Like I even grew up listening to MC Light, Missy Elliott, and like all that combined. I feel like kind of just rubbed off on me as growing up as a kid. And of course, we had 106 in Park. We had a lot of like platforms to
Yep.
where like younger kids could just tap in and like have so much to choose from when it comes to just inspiration. Period. So I think that's really where it came from.
How did you even get started in music? Like, did you
hmm
just start freestyling? Was like your family involved in music? Like,
hmm
how did the journey begin for you?
The journey definitely began early. Like I was forced to sing in a church at like 9 years old. I used to do like solos, and I think that's what broke me out of my shell. And then of course I just always been a lover of music like since a kid, and I created my own group in middle school. Well, in elementary school I did, and then they didn't want to take it serious. So then in middle school I came up with another group, and I rapped, and we used to like perform in talent shows and all types of stuff. So I always just been into entertainment. And then when I got in high school, I started going solo because
Okay.
everybody else had different things that they wanted to focus on. So, but I always knew what I wanted as a kid. So in high school, I remember it was these girls that really didn't like me in school, and they used to attempt to try me, but like I used to make real good grades. I was like a straight A student, had like a 3.8 GPA. I was in honor society, so I couldn't like fight bitches, and you know what I'm saying. I had so much to lose, so I used to just find strength in just expressing myself, going to the studio. I made this one song called No Hook, and it was about the girls that just kept fucking with me, and I put it out on SoundCloud, and it got like 20K in like a week.
Wow.
And that was my first song. And then like people were like, come up with a name. I'm like, fuck, what is my name gonna be? So then that's how I came up with Flo Milli. And then after that, everybody just kept bullying me to like make videos on Instagram, and I used to just make music like that, and it just that's how it happened. Yeah.
So how did it go from just Flo Milli to like everyone saying Flo Milli
Milli shit.
shit? Like how? Because I think
That
that's really cool. That's nice. I like that a lot.
Thank you. That happened with, I think that was with my song Beef. I made that when I was like 18. And I don't know what made me say Flo Milli shit in the studio, but I was just like high, and I was just like, Flo Milli shit, bitch. And then like everybody just started saying it. So yeah.
So who would you say impacted your music career? I know you spoke on Nicki, but like growing up, who were some artists that you listened to that really, contribute to the artist you are today, if there are any?
Definitely Shakira. A lot of people
Oh.
would be surprised, but like Gwen Stefani, Fergie, Katy Perry, Beyonce, Rihanna, Carrie Hilson, like all these strong women were prominent in my childhood.
Yes.
Like I was listening to them. They were around. They were on the radio, on TV shows. Like they were just around. So I know I'm missing some people, but like that kind of era pocket. Even Cassie, I used to love Cassie. Yeah.
Did coming out of Alabama also have any impact on your career?
I would definitely say it did, but not like the impact of like. As far as the impact, I would say it made is like. It made me more hungrier, like hungry to get it, because we don't have that much out there where I'm from. Like we probably have like one studio, and I used to have to save up just to go to that studio, and like I don't know, it just wasn't as much resources as it is in other cities. So really, like all I had was social media. Like I used to put myself out there, promote my videos, and just that's really how I got discovered through social media.
I feel like right now there's a lot of talk about artists blowing up because of social media, because of TikTok. How do you feel about this? Because I feel like right now sometimes people are not showing love to artists because they feel like they're a TikTok artist. But I personally feel like it doesn't matter if social media is helping your career grow. Why not? How do you feel about that stance?
I'm not complaining. It changed my life, so I can't complain. But I feel like that's just the era we live in. Like every couple of years, things change. You know, even I was just speaking about 106 in Park. We don't have that anymore.
Yes.
You know, that was a platform for artists, and I feel like they're talking shit about it now, but they're gonna wish we had TikTok, cause like I feel like I have the most fun on TikTok out of all apps. Like it makes me laugh. I find new things on there, and I think it's dope. I mean, I could see why people feel that way, but I mean, personally, I think it's dope that it's changing people's lives, and talent is talent. What people like, they like. So.
Right. I don't know if you know, but in a recent interview, the City Girls actually name dropped you and said that like they really love listening to you.
Really?
How is it to hear like women in the industry like showing you so much love?
Oh my God, it's so dope. Like, especially knowing that I discovered them too when I was not famous, and I remember the first time I heard the City Girls. Like I was in the car with my boyfriend, and I was like, I like them, and I was just jamming, and I literally watched their career just skyrocket.
Right.
Like, and it's so dope. It makes me tear up just seeing Black women just prosper. Because we know how it is in America with us. So I feel like we all we got, and I love that nowadays you see more of women supporting each other.
Yes.
Because it's such a male-dominated area, but I feel like now we're definitely getting our flowers, and people are starting to see that we can run shit too. So, yeah.
I think that also, it's nice to see that your manager is also a woman as well. You're managed by Ebony. Ebony is also the manager of Gunner and Future, two big artists right now in the music industry. So how is it like working with someone who's so powerful, who keeps uplifting you, uplifting your career? Like, talk to me about that.
Oh man, it's an experience. Like I cannot tell you how thankful and grateful I am to be around a woman like her and to be supported by someone like her, because I feel like it's necessary for any young Black woman to have that around them. And she's changed my life so much just with her support, everything I learned from her, and I feel like vice versa. Like we definitely came into each other's lives at the right time, and I really appreciate her for everything she's done and the growth she's put into me. Like she's like my coach. Like if I was a sport person, like that's my coach and I'm the player. So I feel like she gives me a lot of insight. She's helped me grown into womanhood, just understanding and knowing how to maneuver into this industry.
Got it. What is Sunshine Skating Ring? I have to ask you that.
Sunshine Skating Rink is it's a skating rink where I used to go to all the time. Like it was like the place to go to after school or every weekend. Everybody would go there. Kind of how what's the one called in ATL?
Cascade.
Cascade, yeah, like how Cascade is. That's for my city. That's what Sunshine was.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it was just a place where all the young people would just go and skate and just have a good time. Yeah.
That was like your turn-up spot that you would go to after hours. Mm-hmm. Would you ever be singing your music in the skating ring?
Actually, I haven't been there. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I stopped going there in middle school. But, I mean, I'm sure if I was, I would be there. But I used to actually play my music. Well, when I was in a group, her parents used to have a restaurant in Mobile, and we used to perform in front of the people and all types of shit like that. So, yeah, we just made with what we had.
So the other day you tweeted, confidence is a stain they can't wipe off. And I saw you also share that on your story today.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the three C words, conceited, confidence, and cocky, what's
Mm-hmm.
the difference between all of them to you?
That's a good question. Conceited, confidence, and cocky. Well, of course, I feel like confidence is just, knowing who you are and being comfortable in your own skin and, loving yourself for who you are and not really needing any validation. And I feel like conceited is like that, but taking it up a notch. Like when you want to be in your bad bitch mood and you really feeling yourself, you want to pop your shit, you feeling conceited. And cocky, I would feel like that's probably the top, like over the top, maybe too far. But yeah, that's my take on it.
So would you say, okay, out of all three, which one would you say you are? Or are you a mixture of all three?
I could be a mixture of all three
Okay.
sometimes. But I would have to go with conceited. We're going to go with conceited. Yeah.
You're that girl, especially to the next generation. What advice would you give to younger individuals searching for their newfound confidence?
Oh, okay. I say this every time I'm asked this question. I'm just going to tell them what I did because I can only speak from experience. But me dealing with, like, going into my confidence, what I used to do is, like, every day in school, I don't care if I had a bad day, whatever, like, I would have a tablet with me. And nobody knew this, but I would write down on each line an affirmation that I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, I'm a bad bitch. I love myself. I am so pretty. I walk like I'm the shit. Like, I would just write whatever came to my mind. And, like, these were days where I wanted to cry or I just was down. Or I just was, not feeling myself. And this would be early in the morning, and as soon as the bell rung, I'm out the stall. After I would practice saying these things to myself. And I used to, embed it into my brain, and when I walk through the halls, I'm saying it to myself every day, over and over. Nobody's knowing this, but I'm walking, and the more I said it, the more I felt it. The more I started to walk with that and believe it. And we see where it got me, so it's like, that's my advice to other girls. Like, just, be your own savior. Don't expect anybody to save you or don't look for a man to give you that confidence because you can give it to yourself.
Yes.
Like, you just got to know that you the shit and you that girl no matter who feels what way about you. So
That's beautiful. Let's talk music now. You have a lot of dope music out, a lot.
Thank you.
Out of all the songs that you have dropped thus far, what would you say is your absolute favorite bar? Because you have a lot of bars that you hit the girls with. So what would you say is your absolute favorite?
My favorite bar. Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm thinking about it. Because I'm thinking about In the Party and That Bitch. Because those two songs right there make me feel like send it. But I would have to go with, I Just Woke Up and I Broke the Internet. Because I remember when I made that, like, that shit was so true. Like, I literally woke up and that shit was everywhere. Beef Flow Mix was just everywhere. And I was just like, yo, this is crazy. But that was one of the most, I guess I have more bars. I know I have way harder bars, but, like, that's the one I'm going to go with right now.
You just dropped a new single titled Conceited. Working within an industry that is, like, deemed so egotistic, why is it so important, you would say, to be conceited?
I feel like it's important because, I personally feel like we weren't put here to dim our light. No matter what people project, because a lot of times people project, and that's in real life or on social media. So I feel like it's important to have that in your back pocket, as a weapon. Like, in case anybody want to play with you, you let them know, like, no, it's okay to pop your shit. It's okay to feel like you that girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, people a lot of times feel guilty for feeling like that because it makes somebody else uncomfortable. But it's like, no, you can feel like that. So I think it's important.
I want to take the time to talk real quick about I love Flo Milli. Okay. How did you come up with that idea? Because everyone knows that scene in reality TV
Yes.
is going to be known for the rest of our life. It was
Yes.
crazy. So when I seen you put up the video, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, how does she even think to do this? Like,
Yes.
so I know you tagged VH1. Do you have something in the works with VH1? Did New York ever see that and reach out to you? Like, that was just amazing content.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing.
Thank you. So I want to start with, first of all, that all came from like the first project that I put out. So my first project, which was my mixtape, it was Ho As You Here, and that was, that came from a meme that Jocelyn said on Love and Hip Hop. So me and my manager, she, with her knowing how much I grew up watching like reality TV, like New York, that's all I used to watch as a kid. Like I even got in trouble by my dad for watching that shit. So, but it was just a part of me. So we just thought it was dope to kind of implement that in my creativity when it comes to like rolling out my album and stuff like that, because it's a part of me. We wanted to keep it as true to me and as authentic as possible. So we felt like, wait, okay, what's a sequel to that? Like, all right, we did this with the first mixtape, but how can we turn it up a notch? Like, what can we do? And we thought about like all the TV shows I grew up loving, and then we basically just recreated those moments. And yeah, it was dope, and it was so fun to do. And I love Tiffany Pollard. That's my girl. That's like my home girl. We talk all the time. So yeah, I think that's so dope how like I grew up watching her to like having her like support me is really dope. So
How was it seeing social media's reaction to it? I felt like everyone loved it. Everyone was going crazy.
Yes, it's so dope seeing that, because like we put so much hard work into everything we do. So to see everybody really love it, it's like, it's like a weight off our back. But yeah.
So, you've been dropping a lot of singles lately. Can we expect a project, or are you what are you gearing up to?
Girl, y'all most definitely can expect an album coming soon. And my new album is going to be called You Still Here Ho. Mm-hmm. And this is my first album ever. So, first debut album should be expected this year very soon. So,
can you drop any hints of who we can expect? Can you give us any gems?
I low-key want it to be a surprise.
Okay.
But I know y'all are going to love it. Like, if y'all loved Ho As You Here, this one is going to be, like, top-notch.
What is your creative process still like right now? Like, are you writing? Do you just go in the booth and spit? Like, how does it go with you?
With me, I'm very, very personal with my art. Like, I take it very serious. So ever since a little girl, I've kind of had the same process. And I think that's why my process is the way it is. But I normally have to be by myself, like, alone and, writing. Like, I'm old school. Like, I still write. Like, I didn't grow up in a city where it's just fast-paced. Like, I grew up really, like, in the country where, like, I just had to learn for myself. So I write. Sometimes I go in the booth and I just be doing stuff. But I like listening to the beat and, like, freestyling on my own and then having my shit together and then going in there.
Got it. So for your upcoming album, what is some inspiration for this album that's going to make it different from any other album that you have put out?
The inspiration, I would just have to say, y'all gonna feel every bit of emotion that I have with this album. I feel like this album is touching on different aspects of me. It's not just one-sided. Like, I feel like with Ho As You Here, people just saw one side of me. But I think with this one, everybody's gonna see different sides, and y'all are gonna be able to like relate, because I'm gonna be relatable with it, and I'm gonna share parts of me that I haven't before. So
I'm excited for that. How was it working with Sally Sosa? Like, I really like that Tooted Up record. Like, I loved seeing the both of you work together. Like, how did that even come about?
I love Sally Sosa. So basically, she reached out to me and she wanted me on the record, and she's such a sweetheart. Like, I love working with her. The video was fun. She was so supportive, and I'm here for all my upcoming girlies. Like, I really love that we're all like supporting each other and we genuinely fuck with each other. It's not forced or fake. Like, it's real. Yeah, so shout out to her.
Who are some upcoming artists that you think that Lyrical Lemonade should have on their radar?
Definitely Mana Leo.
Okay.
Mana Leo, that's my girl. Big Boss Vet is dope.
Yes.
I love her. She's
love
really
Big
dope.
Boss Vet.
Callie is cool.
Yes.
I love her. I love Callie's voice. I love her persona. like I'm missing somebody. Sally Sosa, since we mentioned her for sure. I don't know if y'all had Lotto yet, but that's my girl, Lotto.
Of course, Lotto.
I hope I'm not forgetting nobody. Oh, Ken the Man. Amaretta. Y'all should definitely pay attention to them. So, yeah.
And lastly, what can we expect from you this year?
You guys can expect me to be 100% focused, and you guys just expect the unexpected. Because I plan on doing, like, everything. I plan on stepping out the box. Expect me to be on everything. TV shows, interviews, more freestyles, just more music, more collaborations with artists. I really feel like I took the time to just understand myself as an artist throughout this whole pandemic, which was really needed. So I think now it's like we're gearing up to just go and never stop. So
Where do you hope to see yourself in the next 5 years?
in the next 5 years, I will see myself on TV, on movies, like movies that are winning awards. I will see myself at award shows winning, best new artist or best video. Like, I just see myself winning awards and just breaking records. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Flo Milli, for stopping by at Lyrical Lemonade. It was such a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us.
Yes, thank you guys for having me.
You never dated a chocolate bitch. You want a model bitch out for the internet. All that kiki and I ain't into that.